going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, another hump day, another day of groundhogs, the same nonsense going on over and over and over, and everybody's playing stupid. Let me just pick up where I want to pick up because I'm beyond livid, I'm beyond offended, and I'm going to tell you why. So, in the last year, there's been criminal after criminal after criminal after criminal shot by police, right? And when I say criminal, I mean George Floyd stuck a gun to a pregnant woman's belly. Jacob Blake was running away from the cops, walking away from the cops, going to his car to grab God knows what. Breonna Taylor, who unfortunately got caught in a crossfire, living, sleeping, associating with her drug dealer boyfriend. So, what we've had to deal with, hey mom, what we've had to deal with, do me a favor, mom, please share this because you know how Facebook's blocking me. It's only 2 more days. Anyway, we have to deal with this. We have to deal with scumbag bums like LeBron James wearing I Can't Breathe t-shirts. Somebody else wearing Say Her Name t-shirts. Well, you know what? Why don't you say his name? Say the name of police officer Anastasio Sakos from the NYPD that got mowed down last week while cleaning up and investigating a car accident on the Long Island Expressway. Got mowed down by a black female, and I have to say it because everybody wants to talk about identity politics. A white guy did this, a white cop killed a black person. Well, it was a black, hateful, disgusting, despicable woman, I guess. We call her a female. She's an animal. And that's an insult to animals. I mean, I feel bad calling her an animal. I mean, this is a perfect animal. And I hate that I just called that woman an animal because my animal is perfect. Jessica Beauvais. Check her out. What's up, Dave? Yeah, it's not part of the agenda. I'm so aware of that, and it's despicable. It's despicable that it's not part of the agenda, but you know what? We're going to make it part of the agenda. We're going to be heard. If it kills us. What's up, Alan? Welcome, my brother. We all know it's not part of the agenda. And, you know, every question that I'm asking and every comment that I'm saying, it's all rhetorical. Because we all know what's going on. Not one of these channels, not one of these fake stream media, this lame stream media, did they even give the respect of covering this man's funeral. This man leaves behind a wife, Irene Sakos, and 2 kids. 2 kids, 2 babies. It's only by the grace of God and by organizations like Tunnel to Towers that was started by Frank Sillers, whose brother Steven Siller died on 9/11. So this saint of a human being, Frank Sillers, started the Tunnel to Tower organization. And guys, listen, if you want to donate to any charity where you want to know that the money is definitely going to where it's supposed to go, Tunnel to Towers. The website is t2t.org. Every penny goes to first responders. So this organization that's run by this unbelievable man, is covering the mortgage for Officer Sakos' family. There are good people left in this world. But as Dave said earlier, my brother Dave Lebedo over here said earlier, it doesn't fit their narrative and their agenda. They don't care about the good people. Good people don't engage in hateful rhetoric. You understand what I'm saying? Dave says, my sister-in-law works for them. Any info I could send you or your questions, you can reach out. Dave, you know what? Let's talk on the side. I do want to ask you something, and I do want to get involved with that, with Tunnel to Towers for sure. Hey, Mama Hamby, how are you? Welcome. And I'm completely disgusted with the way the media is even covering it. The newspapers, ABC News in New York, locally here, 10 Tampa Bay. You know what they're saying? They're saying that Officer Sakos was killed by a drunk driver. You know what they're leaving out? that the drunk driver an hour before that was on a podcast saying, F the police, I don't care about you, your wife, your family, your kids, none of you mean shit to me. And that's a direct quote from Ms. Jessica Beauvais. That is a direct quote from Ms. Jessica Beauvais. And now she wants to mow this officer down, and then she gets caught, and she's talking about, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, she had the balls to say after taking this man's life. Then, moving right along, we had that other despicable incident in California. It seems like a lot of this shit happens in New York and California, right? In California, a Hispanic police officer pulls over a black teacher, professor, whatever she claimed to be. She called the officer. The officer pulled her over for being on a cell phone. That's still a law, right? He pulled over for being on a cell phone. He walks up to the window. She proceeds to call him a murderer, a killer. I don't have to do shit that you say. And then she says, this was the best one. All of you tolerant liberals, the tolerant and unifying liberals. She said, you're always going to be a Mexican. You're never going to be white. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, liberals, progressives, socialists, communists, whatever they want to call themselves, they are the most racist, hateful people there are. I don't want to hear jack shit about white supremacy. White supremacy, they're just bringing that up to take your eyes off of the ball. You want to know something? You know how many white supremacists are registered under the DOJ's watch list in the entire country? Do you know how many threats of white supremacy there are? 3,500. 3,500 people that align with the white supremacists. That the DOJ says. Do we want to run the same numbers for Black Lives Matter? Do we want to run the same numbers for Antifa? And you want to talk to me about domestic terrorists? You people, you liberal kneecap sucking, low life pieces of garbage that are selling out this country, you're the ones that deserve this. You're the ones that are going to deserve everything that happens based on this rhetoric and this hate and this disgusting shit that's going on. Shannon Abbott's back. Welcome. Shannon says, watch a Red Table interview. Some of the most racist comments I've ever heard. They are the most racist people there are. Liberals, Democrats, communists, socialists, progressives, whatever pseudonym they want to call themselves. They're all full of shit, hateful, vengeful, disgusting, despicable people who, if they were on fire, I wouldn't drop an ounce of urine for. I would just walk on by. Deuces. See you later. I am so angry right now because of this officer that was mowed down and how nobody gives a shit because it doesn't fit their narrative. But they want to talk about some savage that stuck his gun into a pregnant woman's belly. They want to talk about him and his rights. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. We cannot let this continue to go on. We just can't. We're the ones that are gonna pay. We're the ones that are gonna suffer. And everybody's playing dumb, deaf, and blind. If you turn on FNN, the fake news network, and MSDNC, they're still going to tell you there's peaceful protests going on. Meanwhile, Portland and Seattle, I don't even think they even exist anymore. Yeah, people have to stand up, Shannon. They do. And then when they do, shit like this happens that happened today. I'm sure you guys heard. An independent panel ruled that Facebook was right for suspending Donald Trump indefinitely. And then that douche nozzle Hillary comes on and says that everybody that speaks with a hateful rhetoric should be censored and taken off social media. Does that mean we get to take down the entire Democrat Party and all of their supporters? Not for nothing, that would still leave 80 million people. on social media. They said 75 million. It was way more than that voted for the big bad orange man. Oh, Dave, bringing up my favorite scumbag of the week, of the year, LeBron. LeBum. First of all, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Let's get that out of the way right now. Second of all, LeBron James is a coward. He's a punk. And I don't mean it in the East Coast sense of the word. I mean it in the prison terminology of the word punk. Everybody knows what it means to be a punk in prison, right? Well, LeBron James is a punk. He's a straight up punk. Several officers wanted to sit down with this piece of trash and educate him on his ridiculous way of thinking, right? And what he does, he sends out a tweet and then he hides behind his... Oh, wait, does his house have a wall around it? Yeah. Does he have security that he funds? What does he spend? I think he spends $50K a month on security for him and his family. Meanwhile, talking about abolish the police, defund the police. Rich, what's up, my brother? Welcome. Hey, all my friends on here, do me a favor. Share the crap out of this. I know they're not notifying anybody. We're going to, 3 more days till I come back with my regular, my profile. And I have so much planned for you guys. It's not even funny. Every day that something happens, I get angrier and angrier because it seems like every decision, every choice, every official that has to make a decision always goes with the left. Is it me or is everybody? Is everybody on the take? Is everybody dipping into the same fund of corruption? Help me out here. Dave says, meanwhile, he has slave labor in China making his shoes. He sold out America the minute he talked trash about people vilifying the slave labor in China. A couple of years back, if you remember. Look that up. I don't even want to get into this. LeBron James is the stupidest person on 2 feet. He's the most racist. If you go back to one of his comments on his show, The Barbershop, or whatever the frig he calls it, when you got 5 black people and 1 token white person, and all they do is shit on white people and talk racist crap. On that show, he said, when he went into high school, mind you, high school, the man is 36 years old now. So we're talking about 22 years ago when he started high school. 22 years ago, he said, and I quote, "I'm just coming here to play ball. I'm not fucking with white people." Nobody says nothing. It's okay. It's okay to be racist to white people, right? It's okay to be racist to Jews, anti-Semitic. It's okay to be racist to Italians and stereotype all Italians as gangsters. Nobody says shit about that. It's okay to be racist towards Irish and stereotype them as drinkers. It's okay to beat down Asians on a daily basis, as long as you have the right skin color. Martin Luther King would be spinning in his damn grave if he would see what's going on. I believe it was Martin Luther King that says a man should be judged by the content of his character, not the color of his goddamn skin. And that's all these fake, phony motherfuckers doing right now, is judging everybody by the color of their skin. Telling these black men that they're not good enough. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, yellow, don't matter. If you got blood flowing in your veins and you got something between your ears, we all start at 0. You understand what I'm saying? When we're born, we start at 0. And what are they going to say? This is a white power sign now because I did this? That more bullshit. When we're born, we start at 0. Right? And it's up to us and our parents and our families and our communities to build us up, to show us things. You want to tell me that they're basically convincing black people that you're fucked at birth? That's it. Because of the white man. The white man's bad, and white privilege this. Ain't a damn thing going on with white privilege, right? There is nothing privileged about being white right now. Shannon says, just how many shades darker do I need to get some of that privilege? Facts. And I'm not going to blame those people. I'm not going to blame black people. I'm not going to blame Hispanics. I'm not going to blame white people. I'm going to blame the evil shitbags in the media and on the left. That's who I blame. Some people, unfortunately, don't know any better. Some people are born ignorant. There's nothing you could do about that. Like my buddy Rich says over here, you can't fix stupid, but duct tape will definitely shut it up. Honestly, the disrespect that we're getting, the disrespect to Officer Sacco's family, the disrespect to the NYPD, the disrespect to all first responders, policemen, policewomen. I really think that since they're following everybody and Big Brother is watching everything, I think that any person in the last 24 months that has came out publicly, and I'm only going to keep it to 24 months, I'm trying to be fair. Anybody that's came out publicly and said, F the police, we don't need the police, abolish the police, I think 911 should be disabled from all of your phones. I think it's only fair. You guys don't want police. I'm down to give you, it's a free country. I'm down to give you anything you guys want. Considering that my phone is watched with everything I do, I'm sure we could figure out all the people that hate the cops and think we should abolish the cops. And let's start with Ilhan Omar. Let's start with her. Let's start with AOC, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, Patrisse Cullors, Alicia Garza, and Omar Tamedi. Let's start with them. Get rid of all their security. Let's defund their security. Let's fund our police. Speaking of funding the police, once again, future president and current Florida Governor Ron DeSantis today signed a bill that is called Fund the Police. Every police officer in Florida, 175,000 of them, will be getting a $1,000 bonus at the very least, among other incentives, for being a first responder and a freaking hero. Not like these savages that are being buried in gold coffins. That's what I think of that. Dave says the left has used black culture for their own benefit, keeping the fathers out of family, giving single moms more money per kid. Look at all the pop. Yeah, right there. You said it right there, Dave. They want and they are going to push the narrative of we don't need a nuclear family. It doesn't matter if the father's not in the home. Well, let me tell you something. It does matter. It matters to the kids. And I'll tell you what, it matters most likely to most fathers. You only hear about the fathers that they want you to hear about, the bad fathers. But if a child grows up without a father, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to end up either on the pole or behind bars. Nothing good comes out of a broken home, especially a broken home where, you have different situations. There are families that absolutely get divorced, and for the sake of the kids, they stay civil, they raise the kids. But then you've got people that use the kids like pawns, like their own personal ATM machines. Mothers that hold back kids from their dads that go and kidnap. You hear all kinds of wild stories. I'm talking about the regular people that want to live a regular, quiet life. Richard says, school choice for everyone. Absolutely. Don't even get me started on the despicable, disgusting teachers union, especially in New York. They show their hand. They show their face. We know exactly who we're dealing with. Michael Mulgrew, we know all about you. And if you guys don't know who Michael Mulgrew is, look him up. He's been in the Democrats' pocket for a hot minute. Shannon says,
That's why black women hate white women. Saw it on Red Table. They said white families stay together and they don't like that. Yeah, they don't like that. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Nikki, what's up, my brother? Welcome. I'm good. I'm good. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Tell John and everybody I said hello. There's so much more that I want to get into, but I'm going to save it for when I come out of Facebook jail and I could go on all my platforms and do what I need to do. And I'm going to tell you something. My new approach is going to be a little bit different. I want to bring everybody together. I'm here to bring everybody together. So I don't care if you voted for Biden. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you're still a Bernie Sanders fan. If you are an American, if your friends are Americans, if you're disgusted with what's going on in this country, and believe me, there are a lot of Democrats hitting me up right now saying, shit, you were right. And I don't want to, listen, I didn't want to be right. I live in this country. You think I want to have this embarrassment, this eggplant in the Oval Office? Come on. It's to everybody's benefit if the president succeeds, whether he's right, left, conservative, liberal, whatever the case. But the guy lies about everything. Did you guys watch that weak ass substitution for the State of the Union address? That little thing he did with 110 people inside, where Ted Cruz was literally falling asleep. And then you had those two evil, sadistic animals behind Joe Biden. They want to say, oh, and the first time in history, we have two women sitting behind the president. Well, if it wasn't all fraudulent and corrupted, yes, it would be something to celebrate. It would be something to celebrate. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When your vice president that ran for president against you couldn't even get 1% of the Democrat vote in your primary, you want to get respect from me? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. How long ago was it that Biden put her in charge of the border? What's it been, 3 weeks now? She has yet to set foot below the Mason-Dixon line. I'm done listening to the excuses. I just laugh at liberals now when they tell me that I'm racist because they have no argument with me. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm racist. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. Whatever makes you feel better, whatever makes you sleep at night, I'm good with that. Dave says this world is evil, Jerry. Satan runs it. We can give many examples. Evil right in front of our eyes. God wins in the end, and I'm all good with it. Dave, I couldn't agree with you more. I think right now it's one of the most evident battles between good and evil, Satan and God, so to speak. And yeah, at the end of the day, God wins. Good will win. There are way more good people in this country than there are bad. Number one. Number two, this is not a racist country. No matter how racist LeBron James is, no matter how racist Joy Reid is, no matter how self-hating and self-deprecating Joy Behar is, I don't give a shit about any of them. This is not a hateful country. This is not a racist country. This is a country with 330 million people, every single one different than the one right next to them. And we've been living just fine. You know when it started going to shit? When Obama got into office. He's the one that put the divide into the center of the country. And if you don't believe that, just go back. Look at the patterns. Look at everything. Everything that he did was to begin the shit show that is now. All right, guys. This was only supposed to be a 5-minute thing, but I had to rant a little bit. Listen, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. Luna says thank you too. Luna, say thank you. She's like, when are you going to be done? When are you going to be done, Daddy? We're finishing up. So, again, thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for sticking with me through all my Facebook jail bids. Oh, by the way, Mama Hamby says, stay out of jail this time. Do you guys want to know why I was in jail, in Facebook jail this time? I didn't do nothing wrong. I posted an excerpt from a book written by a black people and by a black woman. And the first line of the book is, please God, show me how to hate white people. And that's what I posted. And I didn't write it. I just took a screenshot of that first page and I got put in Facebook jail for that. That's it. Shannon says, are you texting messages? I really can't do anything right now. On this page, I'm restricted. So all I can do is do lives and post stuff to my story. I can't like what anybody posts. I can't post anything other than this live and stories. The other page, my main profile, the Jerry Tomchinsky page, is completely, I can't do anything at all with it. But come Saturday, I have full use of it again. It's going to be brand new. I'm scrubbing everything that I did from June 10th of last year when I started doing my lives to now. I'm scrubbing everything. We're starting from scratch. We're going to bring people together. The hate is going to stop. People are going to come together. People that voted for Biden, people that voted for Trump. We're bringing everybody together because right now it's about the United States of America. It's not about Trump. It's not about Biden. It's not about Democrats. It's not about Republicans. It's about saving the country that we all love. And on that note, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. Love you guys.